Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com, coming to you from the Shade Wagon Studio.
You ever drive a golf cart or even a go-kart for that matter? You push the gas and zoom, you're off, just like that. No gear shifting and constant torque. Welcome to this AMSOIL Tech Tip. You know, cars work the same way today. These are CVTs, continuously variable transmissions, just like that golf cart or go-kart. How does it work? Well, I'm glad you asked. Check it out. We got these variators right here. And this one right here you can look at. It's all about the drive and the driven pulley. So what's going on here is this is a small area and then this is big. So we're going to multiply a massive amount of torque, and then these variators are going to change. And as they change, you can see from low gear, we go over here to high gear. And then what happens is it's infinite. It goes as it goes slowly. I start to increase, and when it backs up, I start to decrease. So here it is, high gear. You can see it's actually kicked over. This is the drive pulley, and then we're going down here to a small one, which is the driven pulley. We're getting speed, but no torque multiplication. That would be high gear. Better yet, I can show it to you right here. Here it is in action. You see it right here? These are the variators, and then there's the big band going around, and the drive and the driven in the transmission. Now, I actually took one apart for you, Len. Look at this thing. This is an actual chunk out of that CVT, so you can actually see the variators right here and the belt that goes around, and what's happening, that thing has to change. There's a massive amount of tension on here. I know you guys can't feel that, so this belt's right in here. It's got to run up and down here, and that causes a lot of problems like this here, Len.
Yeah, right. And you know, those go-karts or those golf carts we were talking about, most times that's a dry clutch. This is all immersed in fluid, so the fluid becomes a major player here in making this thing operate properly. There's no cushion here. The belt is steel. So we're steel on steel, no cushion. It all falls on the oil. So our CVT fluid has been formulated to handle that. It needs to provide a certain amount of cushion in the film strength of the oil. That comes from the base oils. But then it also has to provide some amount of grip, because you don't want this to slip. It actually has to pinch that chain and make sure that it's going to go around. So it's a very delicate balance to build the fluid tough, but it still has to provide some grip. So it's a very delicate balance. Formulary is key.
And you know, I hear a lot of people talking about, man, I might have put the wrong fluid in there. Fluid will wipe out one of these things in a heartbeat. The wrong fluid, that is. You can see the graphic. You guys got the Nissan pulley there versus the AMSOIL. You would think that thing would be perfect, but no, look at that belt. You can see it's all chewed up, and the variator, it's kind of hard to see, but it's like grooves in a record. That thing starts making some massive amount of noise. Your pulley, not the case.
Right, it's about longevity. When we build these products, we look at the harshest environment possible to provide the longest service life so that customers got problem-free driving.
And it's going to do just that. Now, most vehicles, they have special needs when it comes to maintenance, especially a CVT. No worries, go to AMSOIL.com for the peace of mind knowing that your vehicle needs are going to be met and exceeded.
Johnny Green is our PaintedAutoParts.com Motorhead of the Week, and let me tell you, he is a first-class motorhead. Johnny has a whole stable of cars that he's worked on and restored through the years just for fun. And Johnny's garage is full of classics, and he says he loves every single one of them because they all have a story behind them. I asked him if he's thinking about getting any more cars, and he told me, heck no, I'm trying to quit that. He says all the time people ask him if he's going to build a bigger garage, but Johnny says he'd just have to buy more cars to fill a new garage up, and he'd fall into the same cycle once again. The collection consists mostly of Chevys, but Johnny tells me he doesn't favor any make or model over any others. It's just kind of worked out like that through the years. And oh, by the way, one of the most important vehicles in his collection, a flatbed tow truck. That's so he can haul his cars around to various shows. And it also comes in handy for hauling cars for other people too. And he says the secret to getting more jobs like that is to take care of other people's cars, just like he'd take care of his own. Good stuff, Johnny Green. You are the PaintedAutoParts.com Motorhead of the Week. You can be like Johnny. Just go to MotorheadGarage.tv and tell us why you or someone you know should be the Motorhead of the Week. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by DragonfireTools.com. So keep it right here.